Is it true that Jungkook keeps secret evidence of Jimin that could destroy BTS's career? Find surprising answers in this article. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your comments to share your opinions and theories. Are you ready to know the secret that has been hidden behind the sparkling BTS stage? A shocking news broke in ARMY circles, from chat groups to community forums. Jungkook, the Golden Meanie, is said to be keeping secret evidence involving Jimin, evidence that, if spread, is believed to undermine the foundation of BTS's career that has been built with sweat, blood, and tears. Since the rumors first surfaced, questions have hung over the minds of armies around the world. What exactly is the evidence? Why did Jungkook keep it quiet? And even scarier, will the evidence really come to light, wreaking havoc on Jimin's reputation, even destroying BTS's entire name? In the early seconds after this news appeared, the ARMY's social media immediately shook. The hashtag #JungkookBukdirahasia spread like a virus, making fans hunt each other for speculation and conspiracy theories. Meanwhile, critics are furious, claiming that if this news is true, the impact will not be mere rumors. The publication of such evidence could bring a storm of scandal that shook any line that BTS's name has touched. How could a single leak of information have the potential to destroy the reputation of the biggest boy band in the world? Several witnesses claimed to have seen Jungkook carrying a jet black flash drive without any logo to a private room in a BTS dormitory in the middle of the night, a few days before the scheduled comeback that should be a glorious moment for Jimin. As of now, neither BTS nor HYBE have officially commented. Every time this news was tried for confirmation, all that remained was a dramatic silence. But the silence was even more intriguing. Where did this news come from? Initially, rumors originated from an anonymous account on the largest ARMY community platform that mentioned that there was a leaked snippet of BTS's internal group chat conversation, alluding to a recording of Jimin's voice while attending a charity gala event a few months ago. According to rumors, the audio contains controversial statements that do not correspond to the clean and gentle image that has so far been associated with Jimin. In fact, in some parts, Jimin is heard belittling and making fun of a number of the event's sponsors, as well as alluding to personal matters that should have been kept in the strictest confidence. If true, of course, this will shake the loyalty of the ARMY, damage Jimin's image as a role model idol figure, and even trigger criticism from the international media. As rumors began to spread, word also spread of a black and white video cut, only a few seconds showing Jimin talking to a South Korean music industry figure in an exclusive hotel room. In the video, Jimin allegedly subtly touched on the issue of music chart manipulation and interagency rivalries, as if confirming that there are parties who arrange chart dominance for hidden profits. The video is only 15 seconds long, but the audio reportedly contains a piece that is not worth broadcasting. If I had to choose, I would rather believe data that can be paid than the empty praise of the fanboy. This kind of statement can be considered as an insult to the ARMY and the hard work of the BTS promotion team. What made ARMY most uneasy was the news that Jungkook, who has been known as a quiet and considerate figure, had secretly pocketed a full copy of a group chat that contained controversial instructions from Jimin to manipulate local web voting in order for BTS songs to dominate the top list. Allegations of such manipulation, if proven to be valid, could trigger investigations by South Korean music institutions, rivaling similar cases that have befallen a number of major artists in the past. And even more terrible, the evidence, according to hidden sources, was recorded last month, when Jimin was in the middle of the preparation period for the world tour. This evidence was reportedly stored by Jungkook in a secret cloud drive, with the password known only to a few people close to Jungkook. The news first surfaced when a netizen claiming to be Jungkook's high school friend said he received a text message from Jungkook about his duty to protect the truth, even at the risk of destroying the friendship. The message contained a short code that, if deciphered, pointed to a private server hosting BTS's group chat archives, including snippets of secret audio and video. Shortly after this upload went viral, the folder was reportedly deleted by HYBE, according to them, for disseminating confidential data that rightfully belongs to the artist. However, many in the ARMY are concerned that this is just a tactic to cover up the evidence so that it does not fall to the public. Over time, rumors surfaced that several BTS members, notably Taehyung V and RM, had held secret meetings with Jungkook to discuss the risk of revealing this evidence. It was said that they had held a lightning meeting in Taehyung's private training room, which was equipped with an extra security system. Some K-pop gossip journalists believe that it was then that BTS realized that the issue was too big to ignore. What concrete steps are being taken, however, remains unclear. What if the evidence is actually used to divide their brotherhood? Meanwhile, amid the confusion and uproar among the army, another darker theory emerged. Some sources believe that the secret evidence is not just about chart manipulation, but also contains video footage of Jimin performing inappropriate acts backstage at an LA concert last month. In the video, Jimin is allegedly seen rebuking a background dancer for being overweight to allude to the dancer's mental health condition. If true, the scene clearly contradicts the image of Jimin, who has been known as a figure full of empathy. The fans praise Jimin as a compassionate person, but if the news that he had once demonized others at the same time, it could trigger a powerful backlash reaction. On the other hand, there is also confusion about Jungkook's motives for keeping this evidence. Why not J-Hope, RM, or Suga? It was as if Jungkook had a personal reason to expose everything. Some army theorists question, is Jungkook trying to protect Hobi, nicknamed J-Hope, who had a disagreement with Jimin about a snippet of rap lyrics similar to Hobi's life story? Or maybe this is part of an internal conflict provoked by the pressure of HYBE management to maintain a perfect image in the eyes of the public. To be sure, Jungkook is known to be very protective of other members, especially Jimin. Their friendship chemistry has been recorded warmly on various variety shows. But this time, Jungkook's attitude of keeping the evidence instead of destroying their friendship raises the question, is Jungkook doing all this for the good of BTS? Or is there a hidden agenda that has not been seen? When the rumors spread, several well-known K-pop influencers commented. YouTuber SoulScoop posted a video with the title, "Is Jungkook so disappointed in Jimin?" While the channel K-Pop Insider released a podcast on the topic, "Secret Scandal Will Shake the Army?" Many claim that what is happening resembles a soap opera drama, but if it is not just entertainment, but the reality behind the scenes of phenomenal agencies and boy bands, the effect can instantly reduce public confidence by tens of %. Furthermore, a number of public image experts in South Korea also raised their voices. They predict that if the evidence is leaked, the impact will not only be limited to insults between members or internal conflicts. Big sponsors who have been willing to pay millions of dollars for Jimin, Jungkook, and RM's performances can immediately cancel the contract. Just imagine, a global cosmetics brand, which had already made Jimin its face as a brand ambassador, suddenly had to withdraw advertising and make a public apology, because one of its stars was involved in issues of chart manipulation and backstage verbal abuse. The scale of financial losses will swell to trillions of rupiah. A financial analyst who handles the K-pop entertainment sector told us, HYBE Interactive stock value is already showing symptoms of a 2% decline in just 2 days after this rumor surfaced. In fact, in the capital market, such a big change for an agency as big as HYBE is a thunderbolt in broad daylight. If the secret evidence is really spread, foreign investment, which has always valued BTS as living gold, may be withdrawn immediately. Such a projection of financial ruin leaves ARMY not only shocked, but also devastated. How could one individual, Jimin, make the entire BTS machine that has been running for the past decade suddenly potentially collapse? As internal news circulated, there was also the fact that Jimin had been seen several times visiting a local record label executive after rehearsals. According to several witnesses backstage, Jimin and the executive had a serious conversation for almost an hour, with very tense gestures. One of BTS backing dancers, who declined to be named, said, "From the expression on Jimin's face when he came out of the room, I could feel a very heavy burden. He looked pale as if he had lost energy." Such information raises the public's curiosity. Is the secret meeting related to the evidence Jungkook is now holding? Or is there something bigger behind the scenes? Some industry insiders also began to investigate other signals. Mysterious voice recordings scattered on dark internet forums, allegedly pieces of Jimin's secret interview with a longtime journalist who had never been covered by the mainstream media. In the recording, Jimin allegedly brought up his past as a trainee at Big Hit Entertainment, including a heated argument with the vocal coaching staff that nearly left Jimin out of the training program. If the full archive of the tape comes to the surface, the grim has not filtered out. Jimin may have been heard taunting the staff member with scathing words, raising the question, was the rude attitude a reflection of the high-pressure Jimin faced? And does it have the potential to heat up the situation with HP, head of production, Big Hit, which has been known to be very protective? Amid the uproar, a short viral video also appeared on TikTok showing Jungkook walking out of the Dasari elevator, as BTS's dormitory district is called, with a serious face while carrying a large dark bag. Netizen army immediately reacted. Jungkook looks restless, and what was he carrying in that bag? Isn't that what the secret pendrive contains? This kind of comment is widespread and is fueling a new hashtag trend. Hashtag Where's Jungkook's evidence? Although the video is only 10 seconds long, the army's reaction shows that the public feels directly involved in the secret group surrounding this scandal. At the same time, several free transcription services, which used to open gossip call centers, claim to have overheard snippets of conversations between Jungkook and insiders at HYB. The conversations contained instructions on what needs to be backed up, who should be notified, and what if it leaks, leading the public to suspect there was a covert effort by management to minimize the damage. Some army even speculated whether HYB will try to bribe Jungkook with an exclusive solo contract so that he does not reveal the evidence. Or is it that, instead, there is pressure from within, forcing Jungkook to act as a whistleblower in order to clear BTS's name of the chart manipulation allegations? Rumors grew louder when a former member of HYB's security staff who is now retired and living abroad said on an underground talk show that there was an informal confirmation, a cheat sheet, aka a list of any illegal chart activities BTS has done in the past, was discussed at an internal management meeting about 2 years ago. They were not afraid if 1 or 2 cases leaked, because at that time they were sure Jimin would never make such a big mistake, he said. However, in recent times, streaming averages have fallen out of competition with emerging groups, fueling pressure to maintain dominance. This is where some people suspect that the secret evidence actually stretches not only to Jimin, but also to RM and Jeon regarding package promotion techniques, which have been hidden to maintain BTS's invulnerable image. Inevitably, the army is divided into 2 camps: those who believe that the evidence is valid and needed to clean up the K-pop industry from cheating, and those who believe this is just a competitor's strategy to bring down BTS. One army veteran who has been following BTS's journey since debut said, "If this is indeed a dirty war between agencies, we must be prepared for the worst: a drastic decline in BTS's popularity, even the breakup of the group due to a tarnished reputation." However, behind all the speculation, there is also a fact that is difficult to refute. A month ago, during a well-established concert in Paris, Jimin was noticeably agitated and several times asked permission to leave the stage without explanation. Backstage video showed him standing in a small room, his eyes watering. If it is true that the burden is due to Jimin's concern about leaking evidence, then the psychological pressure behind the scenes becomes real. Not to mention, Jimin was also reportedly undergoing emergency therapy sessions after returning from the European tour, something he rarely reveals to the public. The empathetic army suspects that it all has to do with Jimin's greatest fear, his secret past being exposed. Turning to the financial side, a leaked internal HYB report, according to dark sources, said that last year's net profit fell 5% compared to the previous year, for the first time since BTS debuted. This led to rumors that there may have been a hereditary conspiracy between the training agency and the music promotion company to pump up the numbers in unethical ways. If Jimin's evidence of this emerges, then the financial implications for HYB could spill over to global investors. Meanwhile, a number of endorsement brands are said to have started removing Jimin's photo from their digital ads in Southeast Asian markets, fearing a backlash from generic consumers who want to clean up. The question is, what would happen if the full evidence was actually released by Jungkook? On the one hand, Jimin can try to refute, asserting that the context of the conversation or video has been twisted. However, in an era where all forms of digital evidence are easily shared, such arguments may not be strong enough. A South Korean entertainment law expert interviewed by one of the entertainment news television channels stated, if a third party, for example netizens or competitors, gets access to the evidence and disseminates it, it is very difficult for Jimin or HYB to defend the claim that it is just a misunderstanding. This speculation further thickens the fog of ARMY doubts about HYB's management. Many are waiting for the moment Jungkook must choose, uncover, or submit to pressure. Will Jungkook dare to risk their friendship for